my pants down. Yeah.
My sound was out in the beginning.
Y'all do this new dance.
I should have sound now. I think we got sound now, baby. I got a line dance.
Put your hands on your tummy, then rub on your bike. Stomp twice, then slide to the left. Put your hands on your tummy, then rub on your bike. Stomp twice, then slide to the right. Two hands in the sky, then rub on your thighs. Spin around like you just don't care. You do the Dougie in this John if you feeling it on pone. You walk around like you're brushing your hair. Come on, a lean bike, a lean bike. You do your feet like you're riding a bike. A lean bike, a lean bike. You do your feet like you're riding a bike. A kid and play with it, a kid and play with it. Don't play with it, a kid and play with it. A lean bike, a lean bike. You do your feet like you're riding a bike. Put your hands on your tummy, then rub on your bike. Stomp twice, then slide to the left. Put your hands on your tummy, then rub on your bike. Stomp twice, then slide to the right. Two hands in the sky, then rub on your thighs. Spin around like you just don't care. You do the Dougie in this John if you feeling it on pone. You walk around like you're brushing your hair. Come on, a lean bike, a lean bike. You do your feet like you're riding a bike. Ooh. A lean bike, a lean bike. Do your feet like you're riding a bike. A kid and play with it, a kid and play with it. Don't play with it, a kid and play with it. A lean bike, a lean bike. You do your feet like you're riding a bike.
Y'all know what's up. Y'all know what time it is, man. This is the K. This is the K. This is the last day of Smirk. Hop says the new national dance. I ain't even finished it, Hop, but we gonna get it in. I'm just trying to make a line dance. I'm trying to do everything I can to get myself out here into the world. A lean bike. Do your feet like you're riding a bike. We started off last week. We got busy this weekend. We had a lot of shit to do. Talking about Smirk. Dating on your level. What's dating on your level, Chris? Dating on your level is when you do not
doing extra shit.
Doing extra shit to get a motherfucker. You know, if you can't jog every day, stop trying to fool motherfuckers. Stop sending your ego out. Stop sending your imaginary person out to meet people. Meet people as who you are. I don't like working out. I don't like sucking dick. I don't like riding. I don't like this. Present yourself for who you are. My wife don't like to ride dick. She don't like to ride dick. A lot of black women are lazy, don't like to ride dick.
When you got a booty.
She don't like to ride dick, but she will support my dreams. I will trade in dick riding for dreams any day now. As I got older, I would trade in a fat ass for a good personality. Date on your level.
Yeah, I had to get nicer though.
Date on your level. Date on your level. So we started off last week with Smirk. Instead of smiling at the person, hey, cheese, smirk at them like, I don't know. Smirk is an acronym for sex, money, intangibles, religion, and kids. We're going to talk about the K tonight, the 5 Ks, kids. We had 5 S's, 5 M's, 5 R's, 5 Ks. Tonight, we're going to talk about the K, kids, Smirk. There are 5 Ks. Number 1, starting off, kids. You must address children.
Yeah.
When you meet each other, how many children you want to have? I just started mentoring this girl. She's 22, fresh out of college. Well, she'll graduate soon. And her mom wants me to mentor her because her daughter is, oh, good God almighty. She fine as hell, fat as hell, beautiful, educated, but she's a dweeb chick. A dweeb chick. And I charge $111.11 an hour for my time. So her mom wants me to mentor her about dating. The last time this girl went on a date was her senior prom. So as bad as she is, all through college, she ain't had no dates, no nothing. So she had her head in the books. Couldn't no basketball, football player, no nothing get to this girl. So this girl really needs to learn how to date on her level because she needs to date for marriage. She's a good girl, educated, finna graduate early. She don't need to be dating for fucking and getting ran through.
Mhm.
So I'm not saying the 90-day Steve Harvey rule, but I'm going to teach y'all some things about dating on your level. First of all, we must start off with kids. Kids. Do she have kids? Do you have kids? A lot of niggas will date a chick and won't even tell her they got kids. A lot of chicks inbox me wanting to holler at me on Facebook. I go to their page and I scroll their whole page. I see first day of school pic, my 2 children. Christmas, my 2 children. Other than that, you don't see their kids. Think about this now. People don't be posting their kids unless it's some show off birthday shit.
Mhm.
I tell women all the time, if you go to a man's page on Facebook and you scroll his whole page and look at all his pictures,
Mhm.
and there is not one child on this man's page, he's a no good nigga. If you go to a woman's page and there's full of selfies and there's not one child on this page, she's an ain't shit no life chick. You know why? Because the proudest things of our life is going to be our children.
Mhm.
But regardless if you have children or don't have children, you mean to tell me you ain't got now picture of now kid? You ain't got a cousin, a niece, a nephew, a goddaughter, a little sister, little brother, something?
Mhm.
You hiding. So kids is something we need to discuss. When I met my wife, she had 2 kids and I didn't want kids at the time.
Mhm.
But I told her, I said, just in case I want kids, what we gonna do? Her tubes was tied. She said, we'll figure it out. And I said to her, well, what if your tube's tied and it costs a lot to undo it? And what if it don't work? Can I still have children? She said, we'll work on a surrogate mother, something. You know how many dudes I know got a woman that got kids and they can't have no more kids? And one of my homeboys just found out his wife couldn't have no kids. And she wants to adopt and he wants his own child. So she like, you looking at Javon through Facebook just because his wife let him have a kid by somebody. I know you trying to do that. No, this nigga want his own child. Kids, are we going to whoop the kids? How much money we going to spend on birthdays? Are we doing birthday parties every year? Are we doing camp?
Mhm.
Shit that people don't realize. Kids. When I met my wife, I grew up with a mother that was not very loving and nurturing. When I met Chris, she was not very loving and nurturing like my mother. So I was very adamant about sitting in the living room with the kids. Let the boys hug you. She would be like, they smell like outside. Let them boys climb on their mama, hug on their mama, and kiss on their mama because that's what boys want to do. I know that because that's what I wanted to do. But then the time that she would spend with them outside, y'all say, yeah, if you're paying attention. She would be watching Glee and fucking Think You Can Dance. Shit that would turn them gay. So I had to intervene. Look, if you chilling with your children, you watch what they want to watch. They boys. Watch wrestling with them, basketball, the little shit that they want to watch, even if you ain't looking at it. Kids. I grew up in a house where my mother wasn't as loving as nurturing. My mama wouldn't let us in her room and lay on her bed. Well, her kids used to sleep on the bed with her when I met her. That made me jealous. You have to be honest. So part of me was like, these kids don't need to be in the bed with their mama. But part of me was jealous. We got to discuss kids. Are we disciplining kids? Are we whooping kids? Are we spanking kids? How are we punishing kids? Shit like that we don't address. I'm going to tell you, like we say, I always set it up and then I give an example. Then you give an example.
Mhm.
One of the things I liked about my wife and her kids, they were soft and all that shit. But when I met my wife, me as a boy growing up in the house, we used to steal snacks. My mom used to have to hide the snacks, all the little Debbie cakes, all the chips, all that shit. My mom used to have to hide. So when I met my wife and I came into the picture, she had a pantry full of snacks. All the fat boy snacks. We call them fat boy snacks when I was growing up. But just all the snacks 50 bag of chips, cakes, Vienna sausages, Slim Jims, just every fucking thing. And I noticed when I met her and I would come over and I would be training her kids, they would always say, "Hey, Mom, can we have a snack?" And she would be like, "Yes, get your bag of chips and a Vienna sausage." And they would do it. I was impressed with that. Kids. That one thing controlling her kids. Because if we ask my mama for a snack, we'll get 5, 6 goddamn snacks. And my mama come in our room and check them up every now and then. And we would have fucking Vienna sausage cans, chip cans, sodas and shit out under our bed where we done overdid it. But I was so impressed. And she didn't realize it when I was be like, "Yo, your kids ask you for snacks. And if you say no," it meant she had some control over them, some influence over them. Because I know my mom used to beat us for using too much sugar, drinking too fast. If we ate up all the cereal too fast, my mom be like, "Y'all done ate up all the goddamn cereal. Ain't no goddamn cereal for the weekend." But the fact that she didn't have to police her kids over the snacks, that meant a lot to me. There were times where there were situations where her kids where I had to be compassionate. We're going to get into that further with the Ks. The 5 Ks are kids, kindness, kin, kingdom, and king. Talk about something that we needed to discuss when we first met each other originally, and you liked about me and the kids, or you didn't like, or something that we needed to get straight, or something that you needed to adjust to.
Well, so many. Well, first of all, I'm a product of a single mother who dated enough, right? And so and was in the home with us. And so naturally I was scared about how those relationships look, and I didn't know how much I brought that over into my relationship. So like, say for example, by the time Jay and I got together, I understood I needed a man. I wanted a man. If you've been watching, we talked about me paying him to mentor the kids. So I understood the importance, but I hadn't been raised in a household where where I felt men disciplined out of love. And they didn't even discipline me, they disciplined my brothers. And so when
because I don't believe in men spanking girls that ain't their child either.
So when he had to discipline them, and he did everything fair, the amount of years they are, he would never touch, they never got any discipline when he was upset. He always talked to him. Now in hindsight, I find out that most of the time he didn't even really spank him. He just tell him to yell and act like he was, you know what I'm saying? But because of that, it just reminded me of growing up. And so the very thing that I asked him to be for me is the very thing I judged him for and how he did it, So you have to not just ask, you can't just say, "I'm gonna let you help me with discipline." You have to talk about what that discipline looks like.
So let me give y'all an example in my terms of what she was saying. She wanted me to be a father to her 2 children. It was already soft, like and but she would be like, "I don't want you to be like Joe Jackson." And I'm like, I'm trying to explain to her, I don't give a fuck if these kids see me as Joe Jackson. If that produced a Michael, a Janet, a Jackson 5, it would be like she didn't understand the person that I am, and the person that I was like, when she would come home from work, I would be in my school clothes as a teacher. Well, not in my school clothes. She would see me leave in the morning. I would be dressed fresh, real sexy. By the time she come home, I didn't pick the kids up from school. We done been outside playing football and whatnot. And she wanted to see me in my school clothes sexy. And I'm acting a fucking fool, silly, rolling around with the kids on the floor. And I'll never forget one night I had to tell you. She was like, "Well, when I come home, you acting stupid with the kids and silly, and it don't turn me on. I'm not excited." And I was like, "Yo, the same man that's silly enough to roll around on the floor with these kids, it's the same man that's this sexy nigga. You're gonna have to get past that
Mm-hmm.
and realize that when I'm in kid mode, I'm in kid mode. Her kids had 1,000 wrestling men, a video game. They had everything that they needed, so she didn't have to fuck with them.
Wait, but when you say that, you gotta remember I worked at the shop. They was with me all the time. Women got to be honest about feeling like they doing a whole bunch. By time now, granted, them being at the shop with me is not real time because I'm
Nah,
not
because
sitting with them.
they just in there with women touching
Yeah,
them, rubbing them,
but
and making them gay.
yeah. So and understanding that all time is not well spent time, I would have looked at that differently if I'd have seen that like that. You know, you just can't have kids with you. You have puppies with you. You get what I'm saying? So
Not rushing, but I got a studio session. I got a client here. So we're gonna move forward with the kid situation. Next thing we're gonna go into is kindness. Kindness means gentleness and considerate. How kind is the motherfucker you dating? Are they gentle? Are they considerate of your life, of your mother? What if your mom was sick? Would they let your mom move in?
mm-hmm.
I knew my mom. I knew if anything happened to me, Chris would wipe my ass if I was paralyzed. We was talking the other day, and I was like, "Yeah, your mom is older. She don't have a man." I was like, "She might be a golden girl." He was like, "Nah, my mom will live with us." I was like, "Yeah, we would take care of your mom." What kind of kindness does this person have? This shit really means a lot. We're gonna get into it. Kindness. My ex-wife, she was what I considered overly kind, meaning her family was used to her being the one that if you need something, you could call on her.
Mm-hmm.
So we combining our money together, right? I look at the checking account, the bank account, all of a sudden, $70 here, $60 there, $100 there, $200. She's loaning everybody in her fucking family money. Why? Because she's so kind. She's known as the one. When I met you, you were kind of like that.
Yeah, people was always, yeah.
Like, I had to tell her, yo, people are taking advantage of you. How kind are you? There were times where it would be situations where me and her children, going back to kids and kindness, they go all together, where I had to be able to be kind to her children or be kind and loving and gentle to her, not knowing that I'm like, yo, these boys got to stand at the bus stop and get on the bus like little boys. She was taking them to fucking school, driving across town, taking them to school every day. I'm like, the fucking bus come right here. But in the process of me turning into men, I had to be kind enough to know that she had been raped before in front of her house. So although the bus stop was fucking right in front of the house at the stop sign, she was afraid. So she would, remember, used to pull some shit. She used to get up in the morning and act like she was going to the gym. And
Like
then,
I was gonna walk the neighborhood.
yeah, but then actually go watch her kids be safe. So one morning I got up with her afterwards a little while, and she out there in the truck watching the kids. I walked up on her scared as shit. Get your goddamn ass back to the house. But I knew what she was doing, but I had to be kind and let her get used to that for a while. Kindness.
That goddamn house back to the house was,
How gentle or considerate are you?
yeah.
I never forget when I first met my wife, and even now I do it. I'll get money out the ATM just to give homeless people money.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a dub guy. I like to give homeless people a dub. That's a 20. I just believe everything you do gonna come back into you. But I believe in this Jesus mindset where I can give a homeless guy $1, he'd be like, yeah, thank you. But if I give him a 20, he'd be like, oh shit, man, goddamn, he want to tell you his life story. Thank you. And I'd be like, no, you good. And when I first met my wife, I would be with my homeboys. They said, why you get that motherfucker 20? Or he could be drinking wine or he could be an alcoholic. So fucking what? I don't give a fuck. Or I could be dating women in the past. I give a homeless guy 20. They be like, you wasting your money. The first time I was with my wife and I gave a homeless guy 20, she was like, hold up, I got something. And she like gave him a 20 with me. I was like, oh shit, this bitch just as kind as me. That means something to me. How kind are you? How kind can you be to each other?
Mm-hmm.
How kind can you be to each other? I'll never forget, and I use this quick example, because I'm going to use 2 examples, and then I'm going to give you an example to give your example of kindness. I was working with my wife on doing a play, and she was with the youth ministry and whatnot, and I was like, I got to film some shit, blah, 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 and she didn't buy them, but she was working on it. I found out that I was filming some shit and she was like going to buy me the cameras. It's like, yo, that's kind. It's not about flexing money. But when you got money, you have the opportunity to be kind. You have the opportunity to be gentle and considerate of anybody that cross your path. The Bible said, be loving and giving on all occasions. All occasions. I got you, Tiffany, on a detox. I'm gonna just deliver it to you. So it was a situation where it was like she was gonna buy me some cameras, but then it was a situation I'll never forget. There was this gay guy. You remember Gay Man?
Mm-hmm.
He used to come to the homeless ministry. Me and my wife used to pretty much. We started fucking with this old white man that was a former pastor in the streets. He had a homeless ministry.
Mm-hmm.
And when I first started dating my wife, I was like, yo, I'm cool with this white guy. We be feeding the homeless.
After we left, what you call it?
Yeah, she was like, where? I'd be like, downtown. We ain't got nowhere to go right now. And she was like, well, my hair salon has a little park out beside it. Won't y'all set up out there?
Yeah.
And that's even with her clients. So we didn't let the homeless set up out there. We start running the power from her salon. This is a bougie salon. They got fucking valet parking, like doctors, lawyers. These ain't no ghetto bitches. And the homeless people would come in and she started letting them use the bathroom, and her clients and her friends was looking funny. And she was like, nah, I'll clean the bathroom up afterwards. And I would feed them. I would cook. It was every Wednesday of the month. It was every Wednesday. And I'll never forget, I was just like, yo, I'm out here feeding the homeless and I'm cooking. And she letting these homeless people come in her shop.
And people started donating clothes there. So I was storing clothes for them.
Yeah. And she just was interacting. I was just like, wow. And I'll never forget, it was this gay guy. He was like a 6'5" big gay nigga wearing gay clothes.
Like Uncle Clifford.
Yeah. And one day he was talking to me. He was about to kill himself out there one day. And I'm a kind man. I don't want to be sitting with this fucking gay guy. But I'm kind. He was talking about killing himself. I said, man, let's go get some lunch, man. Blah, blah, blah. And I took him to get some lunch. This nigga had on some fucking Daisy Dukes. And just, he was looking real fucking gay. He had on some Daisy Dukes. He was just really a flamboyant Dennis Rodman type nigga. So I took the nigga to get some lunch and, talked him out of killing himself. Yeah, he actually had a gun. He showed me the gun. He ain't put it to his head or nothing, but he wanted to kill himself. And after I took him to get lunch, he was like, you want me to suck your dick? I was like, no. He was like, what, you a pastor or something? I was like, no. He was like, why you out here feeding the homeless? I thought you was a pastor. I was like, no, I'm just a kind dude. Then he was like, everybody that I ever met that was a man that tried to help me, tried to fuck me or do some nasty shit to me. I was like, nah, bro, I'm married. I was like, that's my wife in the salon. I was like, go in there if you need to take a wash up or some snacks or something. The one with the fat ass in front, she'll be cool to you. And she befriended this nigga. And we ended up getting him off drugs. He's still gay, but
I ain't seen him in so long.
The fact that my wife was able to fuck with this guy. The kindness aspect of us. And I remember you saying how your clients was like, or your friends was like, he be hanging out with this gay motherfucker. I just get a nigga a ride when I see him downtown.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't hanging out with him. I introduced him to Chris, and that kindness of her showing this guy love. And then it got to the point where they was giving away women's clothing and shit. He started dressing in all the women's clothing.
I come to work, I see him. He got on my shirt. He got it on better. It's off his shoulder. I'm like, damn, I should have kept that shit.
But look, let me tell y'all a quick story of something happened. I had to put the nigga in check one day. He was doing this little gay shit in the salon one day. And you know, I had got off work and came to holler at Chris, and he had his Daisy Dukes or something on, some girl shit, his balls showing her. And like it was some little girls in the shop, you know, they staring at the nigga like, you know, they may be 14, 15, and he had an attitude, like, you know what I'm saying? And Chris called me, and I went up to the shop. I said, hey man, let me holler at you outside, man. And I know this is a side story. I said, bro, Chris said you was goddamn in here, you know, saying, oh, they were staring at me. I grabbed the nigga and choked him. I ain't really choke him. I pushed him up against the wall. I said, man, you a fucking 6'5" man in here with some fucking Daisy Dukes on, nigga. These fucking kids gonna stare at you, nigga. You look weird, motherfucker. I said, if you ever cause a scene at my wife's hair salon again, I'ma fuck you up. He calmed right on down. But that's an example of kindness when she accepted the gay guy and we both was kind enough. Can I get a yeah? You give an example of what you thought when you felt like I was kind.
Well, at church, he worked at the group home, so he always came in there with a bunch of boys. And I just watched their relationship. I would hear how they would talk about him. Remember, you brought that guy, that kid who cornrowed, I used to do his hair.
Jerome,
yeah. And so, you know, to have these interactions with these kids, because I was in the youth ministry, which means I would get to, you know, work, you know, with them when they wasn't with them. So I would hear the things that they said to about him, the way they were planning to get him to take them to cookout afterwards and discuss who didn't have enough money but knew that Jay would really get whoever didn't have enough money for food. And he was always adamant about bringing every Wednesday. They were there every Wednesday.
Yeah.
So I guess you didn't work with them on Sundays. Did you?
Now you remember Sundays? I used to bring them to church on Sundays too.
I don't remember Sundays, but like I said, Wednesdays I really remember. So
I worked every other Sunday. So, you know, I would be with you at church on some Sundays. Then I would have the boys on some Sundays. So.
Okay. So that's how I knew that I could
hold up. Shout out to my nigga Jay Vegas NC. He said, let go. Group home days, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. And look, me and this nigga, we was kind of just long story short, we would just be like, you leave, I leave. Like, it was no problem. Like, you were supposed to be 2 staff members, but he can run the boys. Long story, let's just move forward. But we used to have a good time with them kids, man. Go ahead.
So let's see. Oh yeah, so that was like the main thing. That's how I knew that I could use him to mentor my boys, because I had already watched him with at least, you would come with at least 5 of them, right?
And these was like they were still in the gang. They was tough niggas. Let's have a shot. Give me one of yours.
Yeah. So I mean, again, he always just been kind. First of all, he was
I'm drinking tequila tonight, y'all. I done drunk about my vodka. I mean, listen, we've been in the studio, man. We making some dope shit. My client out there, but that's why I said we gotta move. But you know, I'm gonna get my lesson out regardless. To the love of life and the life of
to the love of life.
Tequila is so fucking nasty.
It is.
Vodka tastes like Kool-Aid to me.
No, that tastes like rubbing alcohol.
Are you finished with kindness? Because I want to go to
I took a shot.
Go ahead.
So,
Oh, that's nasty.
You got to think, me just knowing who he is, he's an armor bearer. You're protecting somebody.
That mean I was the pastor security. I went with the pastor everywhere.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that somebody that like put their self on the line
I
for
wouldn't have
someone.
I was just with the nigga.
But I'm
Go
talking
ahead.
about how it looked.
I'm fucking
You know what I'm
with you.
saying? It didn't just look strong. I mean, it looked like, yo, you're not gonna let nobody nothing happen to the person and who I am letting lead my life that, you know, taught me how to be a woman. So I was grateful for the protection and the way you treated him, even when you would stand up
that's
there.
my nigga.
So
Though. I ain't gonna front.
anyway, everything else is I mean, I just seen you always be kind.
Ken. What is Ken? That's your goddamn family. And the people that you say family. Ken. Think about this. We got to discuss your kids and kindness. Kids, how many we gonna have, what we gonna do, how we gonna raise them. Kindness affects kids,
Yeah.
but kindness affects everything. How you gonna treat each other?
Mm-hmm.
How you gonna treat each other?
Yeah.
Quick story about kindness before we move forward and being kind. Remember the first time you ever wanted me to sleep on the couch? You could tell a story. Tell the story real quick.
And you say you won't sleep on the couch.
What you tell a story real quick.
You say you ain't get married and sleep on the damn couch. So if anybody going on the couch is me.
My wife came to me. We talking about kindness. She had did some shit to me and was gonna try to put me on the couch. And I'm like, I'm a kind nigga, but I'm serious. Like, my kindness is not stupidity. You remember they used to say, "Don't take my kindness for weakness." And my wife came to me and she had a sheet and a blanket and 2 pillows and everything folded up. Like, you gonna sleep on the couch. And I'll never forget this. And this is why people watching when we say Disney World. I said, if anybody sleep on the couch, you gonna sleep on the goddamn couch. I ain't not sleeping on my bed that I pay for. And I asked you, and this is so funny if you remember. I said, where you learn that shit at? What you say?
Cosby Show. Cliff do everything Claire asks. Everything. Like, so yeah, I know y'all, but still.
So listen, we have to discuss it. I mean, I didn't want to move past this before I move forward to Ken. Her version of kindness in a relationship was Claire Huxtable and Cliff.
Yeah.
Claire tell Cliff he can't have no soda. He hide and drank a soda.
That's right.
He can't make a sandwich. He'd sleep on the couch. I'm like, where the fuck did you get this shit from? She like the Cosby Show. I'm like, no, sir, that is not what kindness is in our house. In our house, kindness is regardless of what happened. We sleep together. We don't fucking put each other out on the fucking couch. Can I put you on the couch?
Wait, but you gotta, this the thing. When he moved in, I remember we dated living separately for a while. What, like 8 months or something?
Yeah.
I swear, y'all, the day he moved in the house, he starts snoring.
Because I was comfortable. I was comfortable.
I had spent the night with him before.
And I didn't snore. I never snored. I ain't gonna lie. When I moved in with you, I was so comfortable, Chris. I started snoring. And that's what women don't realize.
Yeah, I would love for that to be I appreciate that. But at the moment when you're trying to go to sleep, you need to get up in the morning. Already don't go to sleep good. It was just like that's why you got to know how long somebody been out of relationship.
And then we got to talk about kindness, because I never forget you after about 3 times her waking me up when I was snoring. And I never snored in my whole life. My ex-wife, our relationship was great, but I never snored. And I mean, I started snoring to the point where I could hear myself snoring in my sleep, wake my fucking self up snoring. And I was skinny too. I had abs and everything. Yeah. So it didn't have nothing to do with that. I was actually at my best shape of my life when I met you. And I would be like snoring. And when I talk about kindness, and she wake me up like 3 times. After the third time, I said, "Hey, bitch, I can't help what's happening with my motherfucking sleep. Yeah. You do that shit again, we got a motherfucking problem."
Yeah.
And she might get up and go and sit on the couch in the living room
till I'm damn tired to fall the hell asleep.
That's kindness right there.
And so that's why you gotta let people be honest, because somebody could listen and be like, that's harsh. I'm telling you, men and women, you want your man to be that honest with you, because fuck the bitch part. Because when we having sex and he called me bitch, I love it to death. So I'm not gonna not love it because he's being direct. You know what I'm saying? His honesty. Look, I can't fucking control it. What you want me not to go to sleep? It's not his fault I take so long to fall asleep. So at that moment, I was like, you know what? Let me damn redirect.
And guess what she was doing, which I had to stop. When we first got married, we had a TV in the bedroom. My pastor said, don't have a TV in the bedroom. Then I realized why. I would have to get up early. You watch this. Kindness. Kindness. Whoa, this shit is so real. I would have to get up early and be at work at 7. She got her own company, self-employed. She don't have to be to work till she get ready. So about 10 o'clock, I'm ready to go to sleep. She's still up watching Love and Hip Hop, Flip Flop, Atlanta, Wise, Grace, and all that shit. So I'm the type of nigga, I can go to sleep with that shit on. But I started snoring. I was like, yo, if you don't want me, turn the fucking TV off. So that's when we got rid of a TV in our bedroom. She go in the living room, watch TV. I can snore all the fuck I want to. And when she get ready to come in the bedroom and lay down, she lay down. That's kindness. But most people will argue and be mad. Ken, we moving forward. Ken, I got a studio session. Family. I never forget. Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
And look, my Cash App is the master teacher. Let me put that up. Y'all go ahead and hit that Cash App if you want to.
Yeah. This is like really, you know what? Why he doing that? Kids. When we say kids, the same way men don't say that they have kids is the same way I realize women be dating and don't say they tubes are tied. Meaning, you get what I'm saying? And so you shouldn't even be on the market if you can't be used for kids.
For babies.
For babies, unless the dude like definitely don't want kids now. I say that, and I don't even think I should have been dating, because just so happened he didn't want kids at first. So it was good, but I wouldn't have known that. So to even let him approach me and you know, want to be in a relationship with me, and I was never going to be able to give him a child. I know a lot of women that cannot have kids. They tie their tubes. I think Medicaid was doing something, but that's going to be later on in life.
Oh, hell yeah. So let's move forward. Ken, your family. I never forget. Family is a very important thing. Who you're kin to, who she's listening to, who she fucking with, who she's willing to spend her time with, who's her influences, who she's willing to give money outside of your house, her cousin. Fuck your cousin. Ken. I'll never forget when I met my wife. To me, her mother was cool as fuck. Her mother was one of them. I hope mama ain't looking. Let's just be real.
Okay.
She was one of them bitches that was like, I got my own. And I'm the type of nigga, this me and you. I don't give a fuck what your mother think. I don't give a fuck what your cousin think. I don't give a fuck about nothing about that. This is me and you. We ain't got to talk about that. But also, is her family, her kin, stable? Can they add to your life? Can they babysit?
She has added.
No, I'm serious. People people really don't think about this.
Yeah.
It's okay. Her kin. What type of people are she associated with? Are they drunks? I know for a fact, and this is some shit just being real. Right now, I done had a couple of drinks, and my nigga Hop, he right here, he on this shit, so he can testify. He said his pops used to be an alcoholic. He said one of the hardest things for him to do was drinking. I'm proud of him. You know me. I ain't never used to drink till I was 38 years old. Why? Because my family was full of drunks and alcoholics. The second I took a drank of liquor, drank a beer, don't shake your head like I'm an alcoholic.
You telling
I got a
truth.
drinking spirit. That's
That's
what
what
my
my
grandma
grandma
say.
said.
I don't know, but either way, but I be getting drunk every day. Fuck it. I don't know what to call it. But either way, I never admit that I'm an alcoholic. That's
I keep a falling.
that's from my album. What I'm saying is when I met my wife, I just used to smoke weed.
Mhm.
They would have a drink of wine and I would laugh. You want to drink? I'm like, fuck that drink. I was always afraid to have a drink because of my kin, my family. I never drunk. The first time I drank a fucking drinking liquor or beer, you know me, I think I'm a binge drinker. I drink for like 2 months straight, have a drink here and there, and then I won't drink at all. But your family, what did these motherfuckers do? Quick game. Don't get mad.
Oh, I'm about to get mad, y'all.
Family. When I was first hanging out with Chris' family, they used to dance on each other.
Don't be that don't have nothing. It do, but I'm saying, yeah.
No, listen what I'm
No,
saying.
it was weird to me
We ain't
too.
gonna be
but
funny. We ain't
don't,
gonna be
don't, yeah.
okay. You don't want me to talk about it.
You just need to know.
I'm telling you,
I'm
you don't
not
want me to
close.
talk.
Because I'm not close either. So it felt as weird
Okay,
to me
okay.
as you. But we ain't talked about that.
So leave it alone or what?
Leave it alone.
I still gotta say, I never seen cousins dancing up on each other. Brothers and sisters. Them motherfuckers used to be dancing and humping them. They're having a good time.
Yeah,
I never
but that's
seen
not
that.
a part of my family that I grew up around and stuff. So all of that is kind of different. So I can't really speak to the nature of none of it. It just looked weird to me. So I don't even want to just.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad. I just like the most me and my sisters would do if my sisters dance and the song come on, doing the butt, yeah, sexist. My sister might bump my butt. I ain't never seen my sister like.
You can't really say that, and I would rather not, because to say that, you got to think you got people that dance together. You got same sex that dance together, auntie, niece, sisters. It's a whole different culture of families, dancing, patting each other on the butt.
Ass.
There's a whole different culture now as it relates to how people dance and express themselves. And I don't do it. However, we can't really. Yeah, but y'all get what we saying.
Okay,
you need to know
family. Know your family. That's all I'm saying. You can. Mm-hmm. What type of effect they gonna play on your life?
Yeah.
Do you have support? Do you have support? I'm looking at you. You look like you mad.
Oh no, I'm just saying. I ain't talk about that.
No, this shit is live, so it's funny to me. She like, I'm fucking with you, baby.
That's cool.
That shit was fun. That shit was weird to me.
Yeah, that's.
But family, do y'all dance?
Yeah, but you shouldn't, because it's not one-sided. So just leave it. That's what I'm telling you.
Baby,
everybody dances with each other.
Let me have fun. I ain't.
You can, because look, I'm not even connected to that side.
Can I have fun? Family. Do y'all dance?
Look, hop on here, hop. You remember that time he was on that live with you? Hop.
No,
remember that time?
And Hop said you tipsy. No, I'm just saying. Family, do y'all dance on each other? We moving forward. We talking about kin. Who can you support? Who got your back?
Hop.
I can't
get your boy.
Look, you give an example. Okay, let's watch this. I'm gonna give an example of where I feel like her family was a family I could fuck with. Okay, you ready? Let's give some props to her family. When I first met her family, I never. You laughing? Why you laughing? I'm not gonna talk about that.
The same people that be dancing gave you the best fucking advice of your life.
They be humping on each other, sisters and cousins.
Stop! Don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay.
That's messing with people's character. You can't. Don't do that.
I ain't saying nobody.
Hey, just tell a good part then.
Okay.
If you want to tell something. Yeah.
Family. let me talk about family. My wife cares so much about family. She started talking to my aunt on Facebook. I had never met my father before, right? And whatever happened, she quarterbacked it for me to meet my father. So when I was fucking with her family, chilling with her whole family, I didn't know I was gonna meet my father, but she was like putting it out in there. What if you ever met your father? Because she let her family give me some game. And her family, I'm like, if I see the nigga, I'm gonna be like, somebody, that nigga said, my family dances with each other. Let me stop. Let me stop. I never seen that shit. Let me stop. So
Why are you saying that when
no, let me
everybody
stop. Baby, we tits, we having fun. So her family, they was like, what you gonna do when you meet, if you ever meet your dad for the first time? It's like, I'm gonna fight the nigga. I'm gonna ask him this, I'm gonna ask him that. The nigga ain't shit. Fuck my daddy, fuck my daddy. And then her uncle, we was getting fucked up. He was like, nah, for real, son. What you gonna say when you meet your daddy? So everything got quiet, all family around. I'm like, man, I just started crying, y'all. I was like, I'm pretty much gonna just ask him how he just live his life and know he had a son out here. And they didn't even check up on me. I could have been getting beat, molested, fucked up. I just ain't care. I'm gonna fuck him up. And her uncle was like, what if that nigga tell you he was a crackhead and he forgot he had a kid?
Give a fuck. He said that he ain't give a fuck.
I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh shit. What if my dad really was fucked up and didn't give a fuck if he had a son? And that's when I knew I could fuck with her family. Outside of the other shit. And then her whole family started appeasing me and talking to me. Because I had this image in my head like, yo, this nigga ain't motherfucking care about me growing up. And I'm thinking this nigga gonna give me this, yeah, son, I wish I would have known you. And her uncles and her aunts was like, what if he tell you, fuck your mama, nigga? Fuck your mama was a whore, nigga. I ain't give a fuck about that bitch. I was like, oh shit. And that's when I realized her kinfolk, her family, they accepted me in.
Look, y'all, when we got to the cookout with the Antoine Fisher, for his Antoine Fisher moment.
Yeah. You give them an example when you knew my kinfolk were good or bad, or when you had to check me. Because they need to know we're going to move forward.
Well, first of all, his sisters, I love them to death. His
Hold
twins.
on, I'm going to go get me a cold.
And I don't think they would mind me to say this. What I'm telling you is, you think he drink?
Don't talk about my goddamn sister.
That's why I said to him,
I'm playing. Go ahead. I'm playing.
What I'm saying is, we have fun. So, that's a level of, I never seen no females drink that much and still be like up at the bonfire at 4:00 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I usually go to sleep, wake back up. They still be up. You know what I'm saying? So just imagine he get there with his family and he gonna already drink more. So you already know that those conversations and those moments could go a lot of different places. So it ain't always bringing out the best of the moment, but it's always love. So I love his family though. I think they're like the most beautifulest people I've ever seen. Like I always tell him, you know how like even in mine, like everybody ain't real cute. You know what I'm saying? Some people is got struggle members of their family. Everybody in his family is cute, even the person that's not as cute as the rest is still pretty. Like these are some pretty people. So they just all eye candy for me. So I love just being there around them all. I think we both in our own way are distant with our families in some form and fashion. Like, we won't go visit our family members. My mother only lives, I could walk to her house but I don't even stop by. I'm just gonna go home because I'll be ready to go home. His family don't live. Warrenton is only about 45 minutes from here, about an hour. He don't go home unless it's something really happening. You know, holidays type things. So we're both gotten much better, especially since the baby been born. With how much we go see his family, and boy, my mother is a jewel. Do you
And
hear me?
Yes, her mom is a jewel, and me and her mom cussed each other out one night, and her mom is the number one loving babysitter of my daughter.
Yes.
And I told boy, I cussed her goddamn ass out one night because I'm like, you don't run shit over here. Let's have a shot before we get
And
out
that's
of here.
what it is. It's not even that.
I had to cuss her mom-in-law. I had to cuss my
He
mother-in-law.
did, and then I took his
I
side, and
cussed her
now we
goddamn
could
ass
discuss
out.
that, and if she is, watching, that's fine. But he did, and I had to. She felt like I took his side, but I did only because I'm like, if you know him, don't come to his house and challenge him.
Don't come to my goddamn house and tell me what to do now. I done fed you now. Don't tell me what to goddamn do. I saved your daughter from drowning in the fucking dating pool.
She don't give a fuck about that, but I'm saying,
hey, don't tell me what to do now.
Just don't go to nobody's house expecting them to be different.
I'm joking. Hey, look, I'm a bad man, Jack, but she thought she was the real deal, Jill. I'm playing. Come on.
He didn't care about the elderly.
God damn, I got to get back in the booth. I didn't care about the fact that she was older, and then
she challenged him though. That was her fault.
She was on my ass hard. Goddamn tequila, nasty as hell. We're going to the next word, K. Can I get a yeah? Hey, you said something in the kitchen when I was in the kitchen, and I thought about the exact person that you thought about. And she fine. You know what? We're going to talk about colorism. She said, everybody in his family is so beautiful. Even the ones that that's not the most prettiest or some shit, right? What did you say?
Yeah.
And it's 3 people in my family that's dark skinned. Everybody, and I'm not even dark, but I ain't gonna even say the one because they beautiful.
I think she pretty, but I'm just saying.
My aunt, her daughter, and me, we the brown skinned. Everybody else in my family high yellow. My daughter, I don't even fucking like yellow people because my family used to call me Blackie, and everybody was high bright yellow or red. My sister named Red. So look at my skin complexion. How the fuck is my nickname Blackie? Because
when you used to tell me that, I used to think he was playing. I didn't really for real think that. When I found out he was like that, said that for real, and I'm like, you just a tad bit darker than me. I was like, oh, but half your family is like real yellow. Light.
Everybody is light, bright yellow.
Half.
So when my name was Blackie or Darky, or they used to call me Darkwing Duck. Just anything for black. And it's such colorism. So when my daughter was coming, I was like, my daughter gonna be brown like me. You know what I'm saying? She gonna have some textured hair. My daughter came out high, bright yellow with fucking blue fucking eyes. My great-grandfather's white. He had blue eyes. He helped raise me. So it was just funny about your kin that we're going to move forward. We're going to move forward. Can y'all say yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, them motherfuckers just call me Darky. Yeah. So Ken, Kingdom. After all this shit, if you discuss kids, kindness, can you form a kingdom around this shit?
Mm-hmm.
Because now we have a kingdom. Mm-hmm. My mother-in-law, which is the kin, who I had to cuss her black ass out and kick her ass out here one day, is the number one babysitter of my daughter. And I'm trying to get my weight up because she was like, if y'all can pay me like $1,500 a month, I can retire and I just homeschool the baby and everything.
I want that so bad.
So I'm like, shit.
Maybe next year, because you could just work.
Yeah, I could
Once you
work,
get the first foundation.
but I ain't
and
trying to
then-
work. I'm trying to make
Well,
my.
we gonna go in the school system and double team a AU.
We're gonna start
room.
our own shit. But
Oh,
whatever,
man.
however it blow, it blow. But the point I'm making, I cussed my mother-in-law out, and now I'm trying to create a kingdom. If I'm the king and she the queen, can you create a kingdom with this motherfucker? Seriously. How do you see y'all life? Seriously, think about that.
I know you could.
Yeah, you looking at me like I'm funny. I'm just teaching.
No, I'm not. I'm looking at you.
What kind of kingdom can you and this man or this woman create together? How does it look? It may be both of y'all get up and go work 8 hours a day and y'all kid is in daycare.
Mm-hmm.
It may be y'all live in an apartment. It may be y'all living in a house. What's y'all kingdom? What's y'all kingdom?
Mm-hmm.
What is y'all circumference of comfort?
Mm-hmm.
What is your kingdom? Because I swear for God in heaven, Chris Clark makes me feel like a king in this house. Because what I say, fucking go. But how often do I have to put my foot down on you?
Not a lot anymore.
Very rare. And she's the queen in this house. Because when we get off this live, she gonna want something cooked.
I'm so hungry, y'all.
And I'm a chef. And whatever she want, I'm gonna make her. Right?
Put your hand on the belly and rub on your tummy.
On your bike. So if my wife wants some pasta, whatever she want, this is our kingdom. When we get off this live, whatever she want, I'm gonna make her.
Can I say something?
Let me finish. I want them to really understand this. Because remember, we was talking about reciprocity. It's one of the auras.
Mm-hmm.
When we get off this live, whatever my wife wants to eat, whatever she wants, I'm going to cook. And when I finish, if I want my dick sucked or the fuck or my dick beat,
but not rode.
She gonna do it. She ain't gonna, I already know she ain't gonna ride no.
I done been to work today. I'm
She's
not even going.
She don't get up on the feet like Megan Thee Stallion.
I can't. My knee is now. You know, I'm working that knee out though, y'all. I'm working that knee out, y'all. But you know, that's.
But they don't look. We joking, but we going back to the aura and smirk reciprocity.
Yeah.
If this woman want me to go out and buy something from the 24-hour market, I'm gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
I do whatever she want me to do. She is the queen in this kingdom. Whatever she can get. If she want me to make her laugh, I'm a joker. Whatever she wants within this kingdom. He make me
music, y'all. What are you talking about? I'm gonna be the greatest.
Whatever this woman wants in this house, I will do. But on the flip side,
he will do.
Nah, I'm gonna give you some game. I don't even like fucking in the ass, but if I asked her, she'd do it.
Okay, I don't. Yeah.
I'm just saying, if I want some head,
that's some after dark.
It's already after dark.
Oh.
No, listen, I'm trying to show the people.
I get it. Go ahead.
That was a personal to you. I don't like fucking in the ass, but if I want to fuck my bitch in the ass, she'll do it. It's a kingdom.
Whatever
she lets me be the king.
I will do.
Her lunch is already made for tomorrow. What kind of kingdom are we going to have? I don't think people understand a kingdom. Meaning, I'm the king, you're the queen. Whatever the king wants, he gets. Whatever the queen wants, she gets. We just provide for each other because of kindness.
Yeah.
I don't.
How you put that together?
Man,
I think people don't realize, and they watching it.
Let me say this. Go ahead. And I'm gonna say what you say. I don't think people realize how sharp I am. It's really a lesson plan. You know, we both. Well, you finna have your master's in education.
It's gonna be my second.
They need to understand, what does your kingdom look like? What does your kingdom look like? What does your house look like ran perfectly? Does she work? Does he work?
Mm-hmm.
Does the kids go to daycare? How does this shit run? What is your kingdom? They're so fucking stupid.
Well, this the thing.
I don't
Can
mean to
talk
say
now?
that's so stupid.
Yeah, I'm about to say, okay,
Yeah.
here's the thing. When people are asking for mates, they need to know where they see themselves in the future. And all you got to do is say what you want in the future, and then you will see yourself in the future. You have to know that so you can pick a mate that match who that person is. So even by default, when I say that I wanted to be, when I have said so long throughout my life that I want to be attached to something that is world changing, to me, what Javon talks about, rather it's Bears and Bubbles, rather it is the Black family, rather it's music, all of it is life changing to me. So it is the greatest kingdom for me to attach onto. I don't know how much people gotta watch to see like this kingdom that we building. We both wanted before we ever got with each other. So when we got with each other, we like, oh, we're the two people that can help this our kingdoms grow, right? And so when you hear these levels of conversation that we having, one of the main reasons why we are able to stay on target and not get into our feelings is because we understand the kingdoms in which we wish to be a part of one day. A lot of y'all are happenstancely getting into relationships, and it's okay because I've happenstancely had kids. He's been married, even
Man,
though
you just fucked around and
yeah,
kids
just
were
you know,
born on
and I
some-
was with my baby
who
father
gives
for
a
like
fuck?
9.5
Whatever happened.
years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have a fly by night relationship with him, even though I cheated the whole time. But however, what I'm saying is that once he was gone, there was no need for me to pretend like I needed to hold a nigga down in prison because I knew that that was not a life-changing career.
Can I say
For me.
something real quick? And
Yeah.
this is a couple of things I want to address. Ain't nothing wrong with scooching.
It is.
It is something wrong with scooching. That means if I get my dick rolled by a white woman, a Mexican, any other race, they gonna get up on their
Or a
feet.
young girl.
They gonna ride their dick, or a young black girl. But sometimes young black girls don't. But the point I'm making, she said ain't nothing wrong with scooching. That just means sliding on your dick. I'm fucking with her. But really what I want to say is this comment right here. He loaded, LOL. I'm a master teacher. Alcohol don't you remember old folks
Is that
said,
what that means?
no, I'm just saying. I don't
Oh,
want
I don't know
want
what that
people to
means.
think alcohol makes me not out of my mind. Old people used to say alcohol make you tell the fucking truth, right? Real talk. So this is the truth coming out right here. We just drinking to have fun. We ain't coming here to lie anyway. We just drinking to have fun. So I don't want people to think because we having a couple of sippies that it's like we saying shit that we wouldn't normally say, or we just like saying shit.
No, I think anybody, especially who made that comment, been watching us long
No.
enough.
I know they
But
know.
what
we,
I'm saying
we
is,
fucking having
we're
a
not
sippy
even
sippy.
really for sure if that's what is geared
I
towards.
know.
But this is what I'm saying.
Listen. I'm a teacher. You finna have a master's in education.
Yeah.
The he loaded comment. It's however many kids in the class. Yeah, I'm loaded. But guess what? I'm focused. I got a message. I
Yeah,
got
this-
one more word to
Yeah,
talk about.
What's that?
Keen. Do you know what keen mean?
Like a strong sense of something?
No. Well, watch this. Since I'm loaded, watch this. I am never not focused. Alcohol just make a nigga tell the truth. Keen. If you know what the word keen mean, and we're gonna wait a second because it's a delay.
Yeah, 'cause I don't
If
know.
you know what the word keen mean, type it up. Or if you just an honest motherfucker, just say I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
Because I'm still teaching. So my wife don't know. So let's talk right now. You see what CeCe Babcock said, a drunken mind speaks a sober tongue. And I'm not even drunk. I'm just fucking relaxing and maxing.
Relaxing and
I'm going to
maxing.
smoke some reefer and have a couple of shots after that. But who knows what the word keen mean? Say yeah, so we can have some understanding. I want them to show. They listen and they might that these motherfuckers don't know what the word keen mean. Keen.
Grand.
K-E-E-N.
Keen sense of smell. Is that the same
Yeah,
thing?
exactly. You got a keen sense of smell.
Like a real intensive, grand, keen sense. You can really smell it, so you are really in tune to the smell. You can really pick it apart. I don't know.
I asked the people to comment.
I know.
Do you know what keen mean? Rodney said sharp. Let me tell you what the word keen really means.
Yeah.
And that way they'll know that we are really aligned. Let me tell y'all something. Drinking and having a good time is just drinking and have a good time. I'm a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Teaching don't stop just because we drinking and have a good time. I done taught at Duke University where I couldn't drink. Them goddamn crackers was so goddamn square and boring, but I had to do what I had to do.
Mm-hmm.
Keen. Keen means eager and enthusiastic.
Really?
Yeah. Can I get everybody to type up eager and enthusiastic? If you in this motherfucking chat, type. Somebody said I need a gummy. This vibe. Katrina Ellis.
Hey, that mean we doing.
Hey,
you
Katrina
like it.
Ellis. Katrina Ellis, let me ask you something. Did you grow up with me in my hometown? Because I knew a girl named Katrina Ellis and my homeboy Kenwan. How to develop. If that's you, say that's you. You see, Katrina just put eager and enthusiastic. King.
You said put it up.
Yeah.
Katrina, is it you?
Now let's get into it. If you said, my kids got a football game tomorrow, would that nigga be eager and enthusiastic to go and have a good time? Now they think I'm drunk. We finna go down to every word. My kids got a football game, basketball game, gymnastics. My kid need a haircut. Is this motherfucker keen, eager, and enthusiastic to take your kid to the football game or take your son to the barbershop or take your little girl to get some ice cream? Are they keen? Are they keen and eager, enthusiastic to show some kindness? Do this motherfucker revel in kindness? Boy, I love to give a motherfucker some money. I'm eager and enthusiastic. I feel like Jesus Christ himself.
I love to watch you do it too.
Yeah. And guess what? When they be like, thank you, God bless you. I be like, fuck God, nigga. I gave you that shit.
But look, let me tell you what's so funny. Anybody that knows, like, it been times I work, it be times he be pulling in the money, you know what I'm saying? Flip-flop. That's the reciprocity of the relationship. He'll be out with the, like, even if he ain't the person that's working,
I'll give away your money.
He'll give away my money, but
fuck
I'm
your
good
money,
though.
I give away my wife's
Give him
money.
your 20.
Hey, look, it be times, it be situations. I might see somebody fucked up, and I be at the ATM, and they be needing a hotel room. I don't give a fuck if they lying or not. I'm keen. I'm enthusiastic. about helping people.
I love it.
My wife said, "You got $200 out the ATM the other day?" I said, "Yeah, it was a Mexican or whatever. They needed some help. I just gave it to them." And she don't even ask me if it was real. Did you believe him? Because she know that's me. I'm kind. I give this shit away for the fuck of it.
For
Are
the
you
rush
king?
of it, yeah.
What's this? Kindness. Are you enthusiastic about helping and giving? If her children need a haircut, do you volunteer? I'm gonna take them boys to the barbershop with me.
And y'all used to get up what time in the morning?
4:00.
4:00. To this day, my kids don't fall asleep in the car with other people driving because he would not let them fall asleep in the morning when he took them to go get haircuts on Saturday mornings, like at 6:00. And you got to think most kids stay up on Friday night because they kids and they don't have to.
I'm that nigga. And I ain't been to the barbershop in 15 years. I'm that nigga. If you cut my hair and my son's hair, I don't like to sit around the shop when niggas talking dumb shit and robbing and
It's been
killing.
like 13 years. Because
About
I've been cutting
13,
their hair since
15,
then.
13. God
Yeah,
damn.
I've been cutting their hair since
Is
then.
it a big difference in 15, 13?
Yeah.
I think you just wanted me to. I'm fucking with
I just wanted to shout myself out that
Yeah,
I've been
I
cutting their
know.
hair for the last 13
Yeah.
years, y'all.
So I teach my sons, you don't go to sleep with nobody driving you, but keen, eager, and enthusiastic. Watch this. What we doing this weekend with my family?
We're shooting a video. Oh, your brother coming home.
And what else?
Shooting a video.
And okay,
Maybe.
we ain't
right?
even for sure shooting the video.
Oh, okay. Well, what?
But y'all get the point. Look, Sassy, know what's happening this weekend with my family.
Your brother coming home with his son for his son's birthday.
And are you excited?
Yeah, because
Are you enthusiastic?
Shot.
Now.
Yeah.
Okay, so keen mean eager and enthusiastic. That mean when I say we finna be married my kin family, what happens?
We get keen.
You get happy.
Yeah.
A lot of people can get around their kin and get what? Sad.
Yeah.
So we finna be around my kin. And she's king. She know we're gonna have a
They're my
motherfucking good
sisters and
time.
brothers and aunties and uncles. Like I love it.
Yeah, she love them.
Whenever I go to the country, we spend the night. He always act like we not. I'm like, our plans to spend the night. I don't want him to leave.
And guess what? My sister got extra rooms in her house. She already got a room set up for me, but I don't even want to overdo it.
I'm always spending the night, sis.
The point that I'm making is, king is a motherfucker and eager and enthusiastic about your next move. I give you a perfect example. Watch this.
Yeah, we gotta look at the time because
we got to get out of here. I got my client. You spoke on this the other night. When I was in grad school and I had the opportunity to go off and do my shit without you, you wasn't keen, was you?
No.
My wife was sad. I said, I got an opportunity to go here and do this and do this and do that. I ain't gonna be around you. The bitch got the crying and got the sadness.
Yeah, it was too new for me.
It was new for her, but I understood it, right? And then I came home one day and she was like, I got an opportunity to go to Africa for 6 to 8 weeks. I was keen for her. I said, do that shit. I was excited. I was enthusiastic. If you got a dream or a vision and your mate like, that's some bullshit. Is this motherfucker keen for you? Is they happy, excited, enthusiastic for your next move?
I think the problem is it's not enough people that got moves they making because people be scared to make moves. You get what I'm saying? Y'all got to get some business about yourself so y'all can pick mates that match the business you trying to be about.
Most motherfuckers ain't got shit going on.
Yeah.
So when it's time for somebody to get keen for them, excited or enthusiastic, it's like, so what you finna go play bingo this week, bitch? You do that same shit every
Yeah.
week.
We always dreaming of new shit. Every morning we get up, we journaling, we meditating, you know what I'm saying? Some new shit is coming alive. So there's always something extra we could be doing. I am the manifestation station. So that's a business that I have created for myself to help people, expound on their ideas. And so if you don't have an idea, you can't pick a mate that match your idea.
I give you a perfect example. A perfect example before we get out of here. Me and my wife have our own dreams and aspirations. And some of it is just us being elders and saying we still got a voice. I'm working on her album right now. I got an album out. And what's my saying? The first what?
2 songs are the worst 2 songs, and the next 2 songs ain't those heat songs, but the last 3 songs is those.
You almost got it.
Almost.
You good enough.
I was trying.
The first 2 songs, the worst 2 songs. The next 3 songs ain't them heat songs. But the next 4 songs is them for soul songs. It's just simply said we grow as we grow.
Yeah.
I think I got one of the fucking albums of the fucking century is out right now.
You do.
And I'm working on Chris' album right now. And it's better than my album. I'm keen. I'm enthusiastic. I want my wife to do some dope shit. Doper than me.
It's gonna be dope.
My client here. Y'all already know I'm about to put up the invite. If you want to come in, say something, or wrap up the lesson, you can. If you don't, we're going to jam on the way out.
Yeah. Ooh, I thought you was going to cook me something, y'all.
I'm going to cook you
something. How can I get
just
him in there real quick before his client be waiting too long?
Just let me know. That's the link. Let's get some music going because people be taking time if they want to come in and say something.
You can't wait too long. You don't play your cha-cha slide.
This is my line dance.
This is cha-cha slide, y'all. Hey.
Put your hands on your tummy, then rub on your bike. Stomp twice, then slide to the left. Put your hands on your tummy, then rub on your bike. Stomp twice, then slide to the right. 2 hands in the sky, then rub on your thighs. Spin around like you just don't care. Do the Dougie in this John. If you feeling it on phone, you walk around like you're brushing your hair. Come on, I lean by. Do your feet like you're riding a bike. I lean by. Do your feet like you're riding a bike. A kid and play with it. Don't play with it.
My feet going crazy under this table.
I lean by. Do your feet like you're riding a bike. Put your hands on your tummy, then rub on your bike. Stomp twice, then slide to the left. Put your hands on your tummy, then rub on your bike. Stomp twice, then slide to the right. 2 hands in the sky, then rub on your thighs. Spin around like you just don't care. Do the Dougie in this John. If you feeling it on phone, you walk around like you're brushing your hair. Come on, I lean by. Do your feet like you're riding a bike. I lean by. Do your feet like you're riding a bike. A kid and play with it. Don't play with it. Kid and play with it. I lean by. Do your feet like you're riding a bike.
Hey. We love it.
Your secret code.
We love it.
I could go like that.
I wanna be with you. Let me lay beside you. what you want me to. All night. I wanna hold you. Ooh, baby, can I touch you there?
Hey.
Let's make music, harmonizing ecstasy.
I'll take good care
of you. That's what a man is supposed to do. And I'll be there for you. All night. Pull your head down. Let me get you in the mood for love.
And let's sing it right here.
Pull your pants down.
Pull my pants down.
Again, you keep it right with the volume. Right here. Let's go.
I wanna be with you. Let me lay beside you. Do what you want me to. All night.
Y'all get the fuck out of here, Jay.